Hello, my rays of sunshine! I'm Tristan Ray, and you've had my channel, Rheas Reads. Today I'm going to be doing a book talk on All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiely. This was a wonderful book, one that I read for my young adult literature class, and it actually is the book that sparked my interest in political issue novels. So a quick rundown of the book. We're giving two perspectives. The first perspective is Rashad, a black teenager who follows all of his father's rules to a T. The other perspective is Quinn, a white boy who lives in his dad's shadow. Both boys are trying to live up to the standards of their fathers and meet the expectations of others, but the city is flipped upside down when Rashad is beaten and arrested wrongfully by a police officer, and Quinn witnesses it. The book follows the two of them as they journey through that and work through all of the things that they'll need to cope with in this situation. All of my cons are spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, I'm really sorry, but this is going to be a really short video for you. I'm going to list out a couple pros that aren't spoilerish, and then I'll give you the warning that the following will be spoilers. So for right now, the non-spoilery pros, I have two very specific ones. The first one is the aspects of art that are woven into this storyline. It is fantastic. It really took me by surprise. When I looked at this cover, I expected it to be about some athletes. I was expecting like football players. Quinn does play basketball, but Rashad is an artist, and I thought that was fantastic. It really took me by surprise. Very well done, that was. And the second thing that I loved that's non-spoilery is the dynamic of the basketball team, because so many times I feel like people who don't play sports think that a team is best friends all the time and that they always agree and get along all the time, but that is not the case. And I feel like this book does a really beautiful job of demonstrating how even when you're not friends with someone and you're not getting along with them and you disagree with them, you still have to make it work on the court in a team situation, and how sometimes you can't make it work and how you have to face that and confront those differences. Okay, so if you haven't read the book, you're gonna have to hit the road because I'm just going to start spoiling things, and I really don't want to spoil the book for you. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I rated this book a 10 out of 10 stars. It was fantastic. I thought it was amazing. When you read it, come on back to this channel, watch the rest of this video, and let me know what you think. If you agree or disagree with what I have to say, and give me that heads up because I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about it. So if you haven't read the book, my name is Tristan Ray. This is my channel, Rheas Reads. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter with the handle @RheasReads. That's RheasReads. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and don't forget to be the sunshine for someone else's day also. Okay guys, you know what's up now. Spoiler time. Seriously, last warning, those of you who stuck around. Ciao! Okay, so I'm going to start with the cons and the spoiler side, and I really only have one con, one issue with this book, and that's the way the dad behaves at the end of the book. I really, really wish he would have walked in the march with his family and not just showed up at the end. I get that it's for the surprise and the shock of seeing him there, and I know he's working through his own stuff as he's been through the same situation before, but for me, it really, really made me lose respect for him. I already wasn't his biggest fan, but I was starting to build respect for him, especially after that story that he tells Rashad of when he was a cop. I felt like that was a redemption scene for him, but then he went and didn't walk, which I felt was really cowardly. I felt like he's already made that transition. He just needs to walk with them. He doesn't need to just show up at the police station. That was my biggest con. The symbols are my biggest pros. The art in this book is fantastic and so incredibly symbolic, as art always is. First of all, the shape of Rashad's drawings. A circle looking through a peephole, looking through the scope of a gun. Like, it doesn't get any deeper than that. That's exactly how he feels. He feels under the microscope. He feels like he's under the gun. He feels like nobody is looking at the bigger picture. They're just looking at this one teeny incident that happened that wasn't even accurate. Another thing about Rashad's drawing is the invisible men. Okay, first of all, they read the Invisible Man, so let's just go and hit that one right on the head. But also, Rashad's drawings are faceless, and that's because he feels like he's not being seen. He feels like he doesn't have an identity. He doesn't have a right to an identity. That's what he feels like. And I felt like that was so wonderful. Also, the Invisible Man and the faceless drawings depict a sense of this could happen to anybody. This could be anybody. This doesn't just have to be this one character in this one book. It could be anybody. But then he gives it a face. And I thought that was profound. I thought that was a very profound moment, a very defining moment for his character specifically. I loved that part. Another thing that I loved was the tagging. I loved that the book gave tagging a better name and made it less vandalism and more of an art form. I understand that tagging is illegal and can get you arrested, and it's not good to do, but it is still an art form in and of itself, and I think it's beautiful that the book addressed that and made people see just how beautiful tagging can be and how powerful it can be, right? Like, he makes an entire movement out of one single tag, and I think that's beautiful. Like I said before, I give this book a 10 out of 10 stars. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. There weren't a whole lot of cons for me. Like I said, it was just the one about the dad, which is just a character choice. I felt like the book was wonderful. Like I said, it's the reason that I got interested in political issue novels. I highly, highly recommend this book. Some other books to go along with it, if you do like this one, would be The Hate You Give or Dear Martin. I have a book talk on The Hate You Give, and I have not read Dear Martin, but I have heard that it pairs really well with these. It addresses really similar issues. I think another book you might enjoy if you like this one, even though they're a little bit different, is American Street by E.B. Zavoy, and I have a book talk on that one too, so check that one out. I'm Tristan Ray. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you've read this book, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Let's have a conversation. I post videos every Monday. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter with the handle @RheasReads. That's RheasReads. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and don't forget to be the sunshine for someone else's day also.